So a little bit myself, I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing for TriEnda. And for those of you who are not aware of TriEnda, we are the largest thick gauge thermoformer in North America. We have 4 manufacturing plants, 29 extruders, thermoformers, and we have 4 plants, so 2 in Portage, Wisconsin, and 2 in Mexico. The unique part about TriEnda really is we're vertically integrated. So we compound our own resin, extrude our own material, and then we form our own products as well. So the beauty of that is it allows us to really control the entire process. So from start to finish, we can control quality, we can control speed to market, and we can do a lot of really unique customized programs. Specifically something I'll talk about here that gives us the ability to solve one solution in particular that people have as far as issues with plastic pallets. So I'm going to go through 3 different products. This is a little bit unique to other, I would say, some other sessions because this is more product driven. So even though it sounds like I'm up here talking about myself and our company, we're really trying to look at 3 different issues in the packaging industry and talk about solutions that we have that are relatively new. First one, the issue is loads shifting, right? So traditional, whether it's a 53-foot trailer, whether it's a rail car, when you're shipping goods, especially ones that are weighing out before you're cubing out, right? So then you have a lot more space in the trailer. Historically, you'd use just a, whether it's a corrugate layer pad, you might use a corrugate or paper airbag, right? And the issue with those, number one, they can break. They're not reusable. So in general, when you talk about those types of solutions, they do work. They're not environmentally sustainable. They're not reusable. So if you're not using any solution at all, you can see some quite interesting pictures here. Pick the worst ones, of course, that you could find. But if you look here, goods that are arrived, whether they're tipped over or they're shifted, so you have to restack them. So you're running into a lot of issues, not just in labor and product damage and costs. The solution that we have, as you can see, this is probably, I would say, the best picture. And this is our Cargo Protect Plus. So the Cargo Protect Plus is a thermoform solution that helps prevent loads from shifting. We can make these in any width, any size, and essentially not only from the load shifting, but in transportation for savings, you can use it to center the load as well. So where your load is within the truck or trailer does matter as far as, for example, transportation costs for gasoline. So you see on the upper right, very small picture. You don't have to look at all the details. It's on our website. We have some brochures and some products that we can show you. But the whole entire Cargo Protect system is I guess you could call it a whole product category, right? And that product category, again, has different sizes. We have separator boards, and then we also have the Cargo Protect Plus system, which is essentially, again, it almost looks like a nestable pallet, very deep drawn. It's difficult to produce things like this, right? So they're very large, so you have to have only the right material, but you have to have the right size equipment. And the expertise to produce something like this. This is patent protected as well, so it's not a new product. It's been around, but we have some improvements to it, and this is really a new marketing launch for it. Up here is I would call it an oldie but goodie. So this is an article in Packaging Digest. This is straight from Miller Coors. This is not our information. This is public knowledge. So 2 of our biggest clients in this space would be in the beverage industry. And Miller Coors did a whole study after we supplied them with the Cargo Protect Plus, and it was 60% reduction in damaged goods. Obviously, a nice check on the sustainability scorecard, and 25% of recordable injuries. So again, injuries related to product. When you hear stories about people open up the back of a truck, product falls on them, and obviously somebody gets injured. So on the weight saving side, some people even use big, huge wood spacers. They can use wood pallets, or there's various other plywood systems, and they're very heavy. So if you're weighing out your trailer, now you're going to put a heavy product in there. Now you can't ship as much product, right? So that's going to be also savings on transportation as well. And then of course, if you are using wood, you know, the issues with a lot of wood products, not just the fact that they're not very reusable, but you know, you have issues with splinters and nails. Next product is, we call it a sanitary solution for a plastic pallet. This doesn't seem like it's very novel, right? It doesn't seem like it's very unique and new because there's a lot of sanitary pallets. Everybody has great pallets here. The issue that we've encountered over really the last decade, since people really start talking more and more about sanitary reusable plastic pallets, is hollow areas. So a traditional plastic pallet's made in two pieces, and you do that for strength and rigidity. And the issue with that is when you hit it with a fork tine, now you have a space for things to live inside. Right? So if you're in a food processing environment, generally speaking, you're going to have a very unsanitary plastic pallet, even though it's supposed to be sanitary at the time. So what we're able to do with this product right here, this is the first one, we call it the Tough Pallet. And it's a standard size 40 by 48 designed to hold a combo securely. So a combo is just a big corrugate box that's used in food processing. And through our ability to extrude our own resin, that uniqueness allows us to also on the production side do something very different. And that's what we do here with this product, is we put steel on the inside. So that steel is completely encapsulated, it's completely molded, and there's no hollow areas. That's very, very unique. With that said, it's not even mentioned here, but the big part of this product is it's the first nestable, rackable plastic pallet out there. There's been several that have been unsuccessfully launched, but I was actually part of one of them, by the way. And so I know what not to do. But one thing that we've done here is take that solution and make it so that the feet on it are really, really boxy. So when I say it's rackable, it's in certain cases, certain scenarios. So this same exact size can be copy and pasted on anything else for other industries. So even though I say food service, that's the lion's share of what people need for a reusable sanitary solution, but we could take the same exact product and copy and paste it somewhere else. Just some more pictures here. Again, this is a picture of the combo I was referring to, which is this big corrugate box. Last product presentation, this is more on the material side. So back to what I've mentioned a couple times now on us compounding our own resin and producing our own sheet, we're able to do some unique solutions for the industry. So when you talk about plastic pallets, right, a lot of times you could put an RPC on a plastic pallet. You have plastic on plastic, very, very slick, right? It's like an ice skating rink, especially when you're in a food service environment. You've got a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture, things slide. It could be a box on a plastic pallet, or again, plastic on plastic. So there's solutions out there today. You have rubber grommets, you can scuff up the top deck, you can put lips on the pallet. They work. But what we were able to do is take a traditional monolayer sheet, and then we would co-extrude it. And so essentially, this is a product sample I'll pass around, but we use a proprietary rubberized surface on the sheet before we form it. And so this is not a laminate, it's co-extruded, so it's in the actual product. So the top of your product now, having the rubberized surface, increases the coefficient of friction by about 169% in our internal testing. And that's versus a traditional plastic solution. So that's the problem. The solution, again, we call it True Grip. And True Grip is not, again, just the material, but it's also the surface that we do. And this surface is on our extruders, so we actually have, in our rollers, we can make really any different roughed up looking surface to solve this solution.